What's up, everybody? It's Lern from the Rizz Show and KC95, and this is the Let's Go Blues Minute, brought to you by Mid-States Hockey, forging high school hockey legacy. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
At this point, the waiting game continues.
Now we play the waiting game. Oh, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
After news broke yesterday around 3 o'clock local time that the St. Louis Blues and Buffalo Sabres struck a deal that would send defenseman Colton Parayko to the Sabres, both teams are in limbo as Parayko has yet to decide if he will waive his no-trade clause. The alleged return for Parayko was a sultry defenseman Radim Murtka and a 2026 first-round selection straight up for Parayko. Murtka was the Sabres' 9th overall selection in the first round of last year's draft. What the defenseman lacks in vowels, he more than makes up with poise and size. Listed as 6'6" and 218 pounds, the soon-to-be 19-year-old hails from Czechia and is currently skating with the Seattle Thunderbirds of the WHL. In 35 games this season, he's tallied just 1 goal but has added 28 assists. Internationally, Murtka skated in the 2026 World Junior Championships, posting big minutes for his country in the big event. In the Elite Prospects 2025 NHL Draft Guide, Murtka was listed as an active and aware defender. He scans for threats, ties them up, and rotates well. Though he lands the occasional big hit, his physical impact comes through his ability to absorb contact, win retrievals, and deny space. With possession, Murtka's no slouch either. He makes tricky passes off the wall on retrievals, joins the rush, and manages space well at the top of the zone. Sound familiar? For those who may not have been around at the time, these comments mirror some of what we heard when Parayko was first drafted. Needless to say, this potential trade would be a blockbuster for the rebuilding Blues, trading away a 32-year-old defenseman with back issues for a younger version of the same player and a first-round pick in the upcoming draft. Parayko still has plenty of gas left in the tank, though, and would provide Buffalo with a much-needed veteran punch in the back end. It's a win for both sides as Parayko still has 4 years remaining on his contract, which pays him a very healthy $6.5 million per season. However, the cards are all in Parayko's hands, though, as he negotiated a no-trade clause in his current contract. If the deal falls through, Parayko should not be held accountable, as it is his decision and something he fought for when signing his new contract. Blues general manager Doug Armstrong would have nobody to blame but himself if Parayko opts to stay in St. Louis. With the Parayko news looming large over his teammates, the Blues took the ice last night without number 55, who is still dealing with back spasms and missed his 3rd consecutive game. The Blues didn't seem to let the news affect their play, though, as they defeated the Seattle Kraken for the 2nd time since returning from the Olympic break. Joel Hofer made 34 saves in goal, which was particularly impressive considering he kicked out a rebound just 31 seconds into the game, and Seattle's Jaden Schwartz was on the doorstep to knock in the 2nd shot of the game. Hofer hunkered down and played brilliantly the rest of the way, though, showing he can bounce back as quickly as anyone. Man, was Hofer good last night. Whew. Logan Mailloux, Dylan Holloway, and Robert Thomas all scored for the Blues before former Blue Vince Dunn tallied one for Seattle at 13:34 of the 3rd period to cut the Blues' lead to 3-2. That's how the game would end, though, with the Blues winning their 3rd game out of 4 since returning from the Olympics. Thomas added an assist as well, tallying his 2nd consecutive 2-point game since returning to action on Sunday. Captain Braden Shen added 3 assists to help the Blues continue dominance over the Kraken since they entered the league. They're now 11-2-2 all-time against Seattle, also going 5-1-1 all-time at Climate Pledge Arena. The Blues will battle the San Jose Sharks on Friday evening, which will be the Blues' first game after the NHL trade deadline has passed. Stay tuned here and, well, everywhere to hear about the latest trade news regarding the Blues.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
With the season wrapped up for Mid-States, the Hockey Association held its annual All-Star Games this past Sunday. Here's a breakdown of all the schools and how many All-Stars they sent to the contest. For clubs that sent 3 participants, Duchesne, Priori, Vianney, Francis Howell, St. Dominic, Lindbergh, Northwest, Rockwood Summit, Parkway Central, Parkway West, and Seckman. Schools that sent 2 representatives: DeSmet, Eureka, John Burroughs, Oakville, SLU, Webster Groves, CBC, Chaminade, Fox, Fort Zumwalt East, Fort Zumwalt North, Fort Zumwalt West, Lafayette, Marquette, MICDS, Winsville North Point, Kirkwood, Ladue, Winsville Holt, Winsville Liberty, and Winsville Timberland. Schools that had 1 participant included Francis Howell Central, Clayton, Parkway South, and Westminster. Congrats to all All-Stars on a wonderful season.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute, powered by Mid-States Hockey. Remember to catch Let's Go Blues Radio, the original and longest-running blues hockey podcast, wherever you get your shows, or streamed on YouTube and Facebook weekly. Until next time, weirdos. See ya.